Hi. So day 2 it is. We have a bunch of new moves coming in. The warm up is gonna remain more or less the same. Fine. Just only one new move, which is the adductor rocking. So this is my usual rocking, right? Adductor rocking is gonna change the setup a little bit. So watch my knee. I'm just gonna extend that leg to the side. Same principles apply. My chest and my eyesight is going to be straight forward. I'm going to rock my hips back and forth. So from the side it's going to look like this. Same arching, looking forward, everything remains the same. Just going to extend that leg so that feet is almost in line with my knee. Once I'm there, I'll just rock my hips back and watch my arch in the back. I do not want to round at any time. So this will mobilize your adductor muscles, which will help to get your hip mobility better as well. So you do 30 seconds each side. Simple. Moving on to part 1. 60 seconds burpee challenge. This is just a simple way to test your endurance level. As simple as that. So how many burpees can you do in 60 seconds? Simple. You are good at burpees already. I don't know. I have to revise anything. So say only thing I want to make sure is I stand up tall every time. I do not want to do this. And you see I'm barely clearing of the floor. We do not want that kind of rep coming in. So always we want to make sure you stand up tall and you jump back into the plank. Fine. That's a good number would be anywhere about more than 25 reps. If you're getting more than 30, that's awesome. Moving on to part 2, main moves coming in. So the first move is going to be the seated single leg squat. It is the easy way to get in line with the pistol squat. Easiest of all, I would say. So you need a small prop for that. And you see the stool. So I want you to pick any height which is somewhere close to your knee level. This is slightly below my knee, but I'm comfortable with that. But I don't want anything too lower, neither too higher. If it's too high, it's going to be too easy. If it's too low, it is going to be harder, obviously. So knee level is ideal. Knee level or slightly below knee level is ideal. So what you're going to do, take one leg off the floor. Try to keep this leg straight. Do not bend that leg. So keep the non-working leg straight. All I'm going to do is simple. I'm just going to sit back onto that stool and stand up. Watch me once again. I'm sitting back. When I'm standing up, I want to shift my weight forward and then stand up. I'm sitting back, standing up. The only thing, I don't want to talk about this too much. This is simple to perform. Only thing which shouldn't happen, watch this feet which is on the floor. I do not want to take that foot off and go off. That will create momentum and that will negate the purpose of the move itself. So always that feet is stuck to the floor. I do not want this to happen. That rocking will gain momentum and which will make it easier. Fine. Just sitting back, standing up. So this will build some single leg strength in the pistol squatting pattern. So that's move 1. Next, push-up plank, knees to elbows. So from the 6-point stance, I'm just going to get one leg back, other leg back, squeeze my butt. That's all. My plank is set. All I'm going to do is just drive that knee towards the elbow, bring it back the other side. Watch my upper body when I do this. I do not want the upper body to move. That is, I don't want the body to rock back and forth. Everything is set still except that moving leg. Fine. Only your hip and the knee moves. So 40 seconds of that. You'll just keep alternating, followed by rows, I guess 8 to 10 rows. We already did rows in the trial session, so you don't need much of technique in it. You are already doing very well. So just getting into the deep hinge and then rowing. So it's 8 to 10 reps. In the last few rounds, that 4th or 5th round, you might experience a little bit of fatigue. So I'll just tell you a small tip. What are you going to do? Getting into the deepest hinge. I'm checking whether my wrist is in my legs. Yeah, perfect. Now from here, just going to pull my elbows up and slowly bring it back down. Say I'm struggling with the 5th rep. Now I do not want the 6th rep to be this way. I don't want to use my upper body to jerk the weight up. Can you see? I'm using that momentum in the upper body to carry the weight up. That is not okay. Instead, what you do, you already know the 5th rep is so hard. You know the 5th rep is not in you, so place the weight down, shake it off 15 to 20 seconds, pick it up again. Now do the remaining reps. So take breaks if needed. When the technique is going off, you can always take breaks. Fine. Next, flutter kicks. So from the hold position, watch my toes, point your toes away, straight out there. Now you're just gonna move your legs in an alternate fashion while I'm pushing my lower back into the floor. When you flutter it in a higher angle, it's easier. When you flutter it in a lower angle, it's harder. Pick your own challenging version. Next up, flutter kicks. Goblet squats. So the idea of goblet squats today is we're not going to go too high on loading or too much on volume. This is the only double leg squat you will be doing across all the 3 days. So I want the goblet squats to be on today, because the other leg work you're doing is just unweighted single leg squats, which should be a little easier. So we can overload the squatting pattern. So just pick 16 kg kettlebell, squat nice and deep, like how you did it on a trial session. That was perfect. And then 30 seconds of jumping jacks. It should be fine. Take 20 seconds break in between the moves, and then a minute after you're done with one draw. Thanks.